Hey, this is True Crime Stories. Let's take a closer look at what really happened.
It is a cool winter morning in Satsuma, Florida, in February 2009. The St. Johns River sits low and quiet beyond a line of oak trees. Mobile homes and small houses line a sandy road where school buses usually turn before heading back toward town. A bedroom door opens. A voice calls out. No answer. By the time the sun rises over the trees, a pink blanket will become a detail repeated across Putnam County. This part of Florida moves at the pace of distance and water. Long drives between homes, shrimp boats on the river, a sheriff's office responsible for miles of rural roads, trailer parks, and wooded areas that look identical until someone has to search them. On February 10th, 2009, 5-year-old Haleigh Cummings is reported missing from the mobile home she shares with her father, Ronald Cummings, and his girlfriend, Misty Crosland. According to Crosland, she last saw Haleigh around 8 p.m. the night before when she put her to bed. Ronald Cummings had left later that evening for his overnight shift at work. In the early morning hours, Crosland calls 911. Deputies arrive within minutes. They move through the small home. They check doors and windows. They examine the sandy ground outside for footprints. There is no immediate sign of forced entry. Search efforts begin almost at once. By mid-morning, the response extends beyond the property. Deputies fan out along dirt roads. Boats idle along stretches of the St. Johns River as officers scan the water. Helicopters circle low above treetops. Volunteers arrive with boots and flashlights, forming lines through brush and along fence rows. Haleigh's photograph is printed and posted in gas stations and grocery stores. Pink blanket. Dora the Explorer pajamas. A 5-year-old with light hair and a shy expression. Television crews arrive from Jacksonville and then from national outlets. Satellite trucks park along the sandy road. The house becomes a backdrop for microphones and live reports. Investigators focus on the timeline. Haleigh last seen around 8 p.m. Ronald Cummings leaves for work later that night. Crosland says she went to sleep and woke up to find the child gone. She reports that the door was open. Detectives note there is no clear evidence of forced entry and no obvious trail leading away from the home. The river is searched repeatedly. Divers enter the water. Sonar equipment scans beneath the surface. Nothing is recovered. As days turn into weeks, the search transitions fully into an investigation. Detectives interview family members, neighbors, and acquaintances. They examine prior relationships and recent disputes. Ronald Cummings is later arrested on unrelated methamphetamine charges. He is taken into custody but not charged in connection with Haleigh's disappearance. Misty Crosland becomes a central public figure. Her interviews are broadcast nationally. Statements about the night shift over time. She provides different accounts regarding whether she was asleep and whether anyone else might have been present. The inconsistencies draw attention. The sheriff's office states publicly that it believes someone close to Haleigh knows what happened. The county listens. In August 2010, the investigation intersects with another case. Misty Crosland and several others, including a relative of Ronald Cummings, are arrested in an unrelated drug trafficking investigation. During questioning, Crosland makes statements about Haleigh's disappearance. She provides multiple versions of events, some implicating herself, others suggesting different scenarios. None lead to Haleigh. In 2011, Crosland is convicted on drug charges and sentenced to prison. Ronald Cummings is also convicted and sentenced on separate drug-related charges. The disappearance case remains open. Searches are conducted again based on tips. Ponds are drained, parcels of land are excavated. Each effort ends without recovery. Press conferences occur on anniversaries. Investigators request information. They repeat that the case is active. Haleigh's image remains on missing children registries. Her name appears in annual news coverage. Flyers fade in store windows. Satsuma continues its routines. School buses turn at the end of sandy roads. Boats travel along the river. Homes change occupants. The house where Haleigh lived is occupied by new residents. The official record contains 911 transcripts, interview summaries, search logs, and court documents from related cases. It does not capture the long lines of volunteers walking shoulder to shoulder through brush. It does not preserve the stillness of the river during repeated searches that yielded nothing. Birthdays pass, school years advance. The age Haleigh was when she disappeared remains fixed at 5. What endures is an open file in the Putnam County Sheriff's Office and a name that resurfaces each February. A small home on a sandy road. A riverbank searched again and again. And a question that has not left the county's memory since that winter morning when a bedroom stayed quiet and the search began.